Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Cancer. If Cancer is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so Cancer, tonight our card is the Empress. Okay, and let's go ahead. We're going to take a look and see what these tea leaves are going to tell us. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Okay. So we have a little face here. And also if you want to like or leave a comment, definitely do that. I read all the comments. I look forward to them. I love hearing from you all. Okay, so we have a person up here who looks like they are in a kind of meditative or devotional posture. We also have the head of a person here. You can see the body. They're kind of standing in front of this person who is kneeling and handing them something, right? Now, we also have a face over here, okay? Eyes, nose, mouth, and kind of looks like we have a key right here and we have a door with a lock over here. Okay, so we also have two people sitting down here communing. It looks like they're sitting in, again, kind of these meditative, devotional postures, kind of sitting across from each other, having a conversation. So I'm looking at this and I'm feeling like we are in a place here, Cancer, where you are, I feel like working something out with somebody, okay? Like a family member, maybe a spouse, best friend, child, whoever it is. There's been some conflict, I feel like. There's been something going on, right? It doesn't feel like it's necessarily anything big. Like it's, some incident happened, but I almost feel... And as I turned this, I have to say, I turned it and I saw this person right up here, okay, standing, hand up, here's the head, arm up, hand up, holding something like they're going to throw it. Okay, now we have another person over here who is kind of like, stop, or, whatever, but they're exclaiming something because you can see kind of the conversational bubble type thing coming out of the top there. And then I looked over here and it almost kind of looks like we have this demon face right here. You can see the eyes, the mouth, and okay. So I feel like something's been going on where conversation, communication, trying to just get through the dang thing, it's just not happening. I mean, I think that, part of it is them, and maybe they're too prideful. Maybe they can't, accept that, oh yeah, maybe I was wrong, or maybe I did something that kind of added to whatever the situation is happening, right? Whatever you two are kind of at odds about. Or, I think it's just sometimes it's hard to get on the same page and know that what I'm trying to say to you is pretty much the same thing you're trying to say to me, but we're not hearing each other, right? So I feel like you've had maybe some anger, maybe an outburst or so. Now, I'm not saying that you throw things or anything like that, but I feel like it's kind of well, let's just face it. When a Cancer is pushed to the brink, right? When you have given your signs like, hey, I need to walk away. I need to think about this. I need to, kind of de-escalate not only in this dynamic, but within myself, right? I need to get more centered, get more grounded, chill out, right? And you feel like you're being cornered. Pick that. There's only so much that you can take, right? And so I feel like for you, it's that anger, it comes up, and I think it's like a kind of like a being cornered, right? That kind of fight or flight. Well, it's fight, baby, because I'm not running, right? So I think that it's just something that you've had trouble kind of smoothing out, okay? I think that you have tried, and when you start getting into the conversation, it starts to go south pretty quickly, okay? Well, I feel like there's really this calling from the universe. It really is this needs to be worked out, because this is one of the blockages of your life right now. This is one of the things that is deterring you from being at full capacity, that is kind of standing in your way, right? It's like almost like, we have some kind of conflict, argument, something that we won't deal with. We kind of sweep it to the side. Doesn't seem like the most important thing in our life, but yeah, it bothers us. And you just keep kind of avoiding it, avoiding the conversation, avoiding the person, whatever. And you start to realize, like, there's like a general sense of malaise, right? Which is just kind of not feeling good, right? You might be achy, you might have a headache, you might have a stomach ache, whatever. Now, let me just tell you, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not really qualified for anything, to be quite honest. I'm a pretty good mom, I would say. Pretty decent. But I didn't get any kind of certification for that. But it just is like that feeling, there's something wrong. You don't feel that well. Almost like something, like you're having like a cold come on, or a flu or something, right? And now if you really are having symptoms, make sure you take care of that. Go to the doctor or whatever you need to do. But I'm talking about this energy. And it is a blockage. And I see the universe saying, hey, you're going to have to look at this, because you cannot avoid it forever. Something has to change here. And we have the key, we have the door with the lock, and I feel like it's almost like you have to clear everything out of your life for not for always, right? But for this moment, to be face to face, heart to heart, knee to knee, sitting, staring at each other, talking, hearing each other. There needs to be some vulnerability here. There needs to be the willingness to, it's not about taking on all of the responsibilities of what happened, but being willing to look at where maybe you have stumbled a little bit. And to look at where this person in your life has maybe stumbled a little bit, and trying to be more understanding about that. Giving them some grace. the thing about Cancer people is that you have a capacity to love unlike most of the other signs. Now, you might not do it in a way that is super showy, cheesy, or, you know, just kind of like you're putting on like a show, right? A big show of everything. Here are these presents. Here are this, you know, just holding and making out in public, and, you know, all over each other. Just, you know, and well, maybe at times you've had this kind of relationship or these moments in your relationship, but I think for the most part, it's very subtle in a lot of ways. Cancer people remind me of like just how parents are, right? You do all the things for your kids. You keep them alive, you keep them fed, warm, learning, excelling, evolving, trying to give them the resources. You wash their clothes, you keep the house clean, you go to work, you try to pay for things, whatever, all that stuff. And this is how we show love. We take care of ours. And of course, yeah, sometimes we are showy. Sometimes we do say, I love you 1,000,000 times a day. But I think for a Cancer, it's like, look at my actions. They're consistent, they're loyal, they're devoted. You give of yourself through your time, your energy. And that's the kind of love that is super rare. To get in good with a Cancer and to really, really receive their love, but also be able to get in there and give them love. So I feel like you must be at this place with this person where you have seen each other. There has been, I mean, just, you know, knowing each other so deeply. But whatever has happened here, it has caused a disturbance, right? And it's hard to get back to a place where there isn't, maybe it's resentment or just the inability to kind of let go of some of the old stuff, or you're just tired of hearing the same thing over and over, whatever it is. Some work needs to be done so you can clear the slate. So the canvas can be re-gessoed, right? So that you can begin again. And so we also have the number, it looks like 6, let me see it up here. 602. 602. Or is it 632? I think 632 now that I'm looking. 632. 632. We also have the gallows over here. So I do feel like in this situation, right, you are going to have to surrender some of your shield, right, your armor, so that you can get into this deeper place and get this stuff resolved. Because it's doing nothing for you. And I'm really trying my best to stay away from like this, it's pride. You're holding on to some idea of pride. And I am all about, listen, I am a romantic. I love courtly love. I love all that chivalry. I love the idea of, you know, being a virtuous and you know, exalted and saintly type of being. But the reality is all of these are constructs, right? These are just ideas. It's a form. Can we fit into it or not? I don't know. Maybe bits and pieces of it. But sometimes we do. We have to surrender our idea of ourselves so that we can open up, right? So that maybe we can see from somebody else's perspective and hear them. And if this is a relationship, a family member, a partner, a child, maybe it's your adult child, I don't know. But whoever it is, I know that you feel like they are worth doing the work, or this wouldn't be here. It would say a big X, peace. I got my bag. I was thinking of like, you know, like the little stick with the bundle of stuff on it. You throw it over your shoulder. I'm out. Deuces. I'm not sticking around no more, right? But we have the key and we have the lock, and we also have a smiley face who keeps just reminding me, look, happy, happy, happy. Love. Love is the way. There's no pride in love. Oh. Even in the most agreeable relationship, there's no pride in love. Love makes a fool out of all of us. So act accordingly. Act accordingly. We have two M's. M. We also have pig. That's what, P-I-G. You can see the G there, pig. So the pig really is a sign of abundance. Health, abundance. Coming back into a place of feeling built back up again, right? Wholeness. And so I'm looking at this and I'm feeling like the house will return to its normal state, but it's going to take some compromise, some courageousness, some vulnerability on everybody's part. Not just yours. You thought I was going to say you. No, it's not just you. It's everybody involved. There needs to be a little bit of a place to commune. I imagine, you know, if this is your spouse or what have you, getting a babysitter, sending those kids to grandma's house, sitting and talking, being together, getting into those places that are difficult, but refrain. But refrain when you get to that place where the anger is rising and oh my gosh, you just can't handle it. Letting yourself breathe. And if it is so bad, you know, maybe finding a mediator. Call one of your Libra friends. They're the best mediators. Best mediators in all of the lands. But I do see over here we have a little house. We have a bird flying over top. And it looks like it does. I feel like peace restored. Peace restored. Okay. I know I saw this and I was like, I hope that is not a reference to old Charlie in the gang, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure somebody in the comments will. I was like, okay, well. Well, no. All right, so we have the number 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, no. 1, 2, 3. I can count, I promise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. The number 5. Now, let's ask the oracle cards. Will you tell us about the number 5, dear oracle cards? Oh, oracle of the radiant sun. Tell us what our number 5 is about. Okay, so we're going to do... Oh, wow. We have secrets. Uh-oh. Secrets. Will they sustain or will they be revealed? Practicality. Okay. Secrets as a resource here. Actually, it looks like discovery. Okay. Lust. Charity. And one more. Achievement. Okay. So, I feel like you, the keeper of some secrets. And I think this makes sense to me though. Cancer, you hold your information very close to the chest. You are not showing any of your cards at all. So you're actually one of the best signs to go to in my experience. I would say, yeah, a Cancer person, one of the more trustworthy. Although, and I'm not trying to come down on you, Cancer, but you all will use it against us. That's the thing. And that's kind of what I'm going here, is that it's not that you're using things against you, but you are a practical person. And when you discover something that might be of benefit to you, of course you're going to use it in your arsenal, right? Or in your tools, right? One of your tools. But I do feel like you're also a very charitable person, right? You're understanding, you're empathetic, you're compassionate. You're not out here ruining lives for, your gain. It's nothing like that. But I do think that it's like, well, for instance, here's just like a really silly, cheesy kind of, example. So, like, maybe you're working with somebody, they're maybe like, I don't know, the manager or something, and you see them do something they're not supposed to do, or maybe they're, I don't know, lying to their wife or something. You've seen something, something. You're not going to tell anybody, but they know that you know. And you don't say anything to them. You don't say anything to anybody else. It just kind of, but you're good. You're good at getting somewhere because, right? You hold the secrets. You are respectful. You're trustworthy. You're a trustworthy person. Okay? But you'll still use it to angle around. And that's not a bad... listen, we do what we must, and sometimes we must, right? But I do see a lot of... ultimately, beyond everything, I feel like there's just this real lust for achievement. And that's what it is. I don't think it's that you want to climb to the top of the corporate ladder necessarily, although that might be your goal. I don't know. No judgment. But whatever achievement means to you, right? I talk to my husband about this a lot because we're pretty much on the same page. Our goal in life, and I think it's pretty shared as far as we've talked about a lot, is to be able to have a life, right, where we can facilitate our magical work. And that's really the big goal. And that might not make sense to anybody else. Somebody else might think, what the heck are you even talking about? Well, it doesn't matter because you don't have to understand it, right? And I think that's what it is for a Cancer. Is like you want to do what makes sense to you, right? If that's like, I want to get rich so I can buy every set of Legos and build a castle of Legos in my living room, right? Then that's your goal. Cool. Do it, you know? And I think that you've always felt pretty secure in what you're doing. I don't even think that often there's even a question. I don't think you really care that much about what other people think about what you're doing. But I also think that you have like at least the social conditioning enough that like you are soft with people. Or at least, you know, I keep saying agreeable. It's not just agreeable. Like, you can maneuver through social situations and being around people enough that, you know, I don't know. You get along. Maybe you don't want to be noticed as much, but, you know, you want to be able to kind of just go and do your job, not make a stink of things. Go home, do what you really love, that kind of thing. And I feel like you're really good at that. Okay? So I feel like with that number 5, we really do have this kind of situation arising where, you know, you might have to pull from those information banks that you have, that kind of really sharp memory that you all Cancers kind of have about things. And yeah, and use it to your benefit within that kind of business or career or whatever it is. If it's like, maybe this is like a hobby that you're really into and you're trying to kind of, you know, stake your claim within the community to some degree, establish yourself. Well, I could see you, you know, using what you know to kind of make those moves. And you all are good at it. That's why I think, you know, if Cancers were less kind of introverted, most of them, you all would be great politicians, right? And I don't say that in like a derogatory way, but I just think that you're really good at creating an impression people have of you. You're good at engaging people. You're good at kind of really like getting in there and connecting. When people are with you and they're talking to you, they feel like they're connecting on a really deep level. Now, do you feel that way? Maybe not totally, or maybe you do. I don't know. But I think that for the most part, for you, it's kind of like a survival technique, right? And then when you're done with all of that and you can shut the shop down and get out of there and either, you know, go do your own thing, be by yourself and recharge, or go be with your family, the people that you feel comfortable around, who you can like take your human suit off and like leave it at the door and like, you know, be the cryptid that you truly are with your cryptid family. that is, you know, that's paradise to you. That is your sanctuary. And so I think the 5 really symbolizes here a remembering. Okay, a remembering. And I think all of this is about that. It's about getting your house in order. It's about getting your relationships, especially those core relationships, in order, okay? And also giving yourself, the time and space to feel like you have the energies for any of this, right? That's the biggest thing, I think, of all of it, is that you all, like, you know, some of us, we will charge our phone when it's at 20%, You all are like getting down to like, 1%. You will let it ride until it just shuts itself off, right? And I forget, my husband, who is also a Cancer, shout out to Devin Serpentero. He knows, he always tells me, this is where you need to start charging it because that'll make the battery last longer or what the heck ever. I don't know. I have no idea. I charge my phone. My phone will be on 100. I'll still have it plugged in and be using it. So I don't know. But, but that's the thing is that you'll run yourself totally down to the bone. Absolutely. And then it just really, it makes you not want to deal with people. Okay. So making sure that you are getting your rest, getting your personal time, doing some of the stuff that you love to do, okay? Letting yourself really get built back up, and then dealing with this other situation, right? Navigating the politics of work and life, and getting your relationship back to, kind of a smooth, no more bickering or sniping or passive aggressive. All right, let's do our inner child oracle cards. I'm going to go ahead and we'll stop where it feels right. Number 9. Connect to eternity within. Let yourself be held by love. There you go. See, even the cards are telling you. LOVE, right? That's the key. That's the key to everything. The great equalizer. Love. Okay. Cancer, I'm going to tell you oh no, let's do our numbers really quick. I forgot about our numbers. Okay, we'll do this real fast. 3 numbers. Okay, so this is 80, 45, 80, 45, 52. All right. 80, 45, 52. I know, I'm in such a hurry. Well, I'll tell you why. Because, and I've shared this before, I'm not going to romanticize true crime. But I am a true crime addict, I guess. I don't know. I go through stages of like how much I consume of the true crimes. But today, or was it yesterday? Whatever. The Delphi case trial has started. So if you are a true crime person, you know what that means. You know how monumental this is, because this case has been going on for years now. I mean, I think it's been like 7 or 8 years. So really, really like gotta go read. Gotta go read up on all the stuff that happened today. So I know, I feel like just frantic about it. It is. It's like, it's like when your favorite movie franchise has like a sequel come out, or, the next novel that you've been waiting for comes out, or whatever. This trial, because it's just such an awful thing. You just want to see something happen, right? You want to see something, and I don't know. This case, if you have any idea about the case, it's super confusing. I've been following it. I watch a few different true crime channels, but one of my first ones I really got into on YouTube is a guy named, what is his name? Gray. I cannot believe I just forgot his name. Oh my goodness. I'm going to look it up. Oh, Gray Hughes. Oh, gosh. gosh, Lenor. Gray Hughes investigates. I know my husband's going to be annoyed that he probably won't even know that I shouted out Gray Hughes. Paul is not the biggest fan. Oh, well, he kind of is. We watch him together sometimes. But yeah, Gray Hughes. It's because he's not very nice. That's what it is. He's not very nice. He's kind of, he does like a lot of live streams and he can get kind of mouthy with the people on there. But I don't know. I've been following him for years. So he's done a lot of work on this case. And yeah, so anyways, I'm going to stop talking about it. But yes, I want to tell you I love you. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, please do. Love to hear from you. It is free to subscribe. We'll talk in a few days from now. Good night. Good night. Good night.